Step my game up. So, Grand Rising, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And if you're seeing this, that means that you've made it through the weekend. So do me a favor, guys, that you jump on, drop your city and your state. We would love to know where you guys are tuning in from. Also, like the video from whatever platform you're viewing, and also share the video. So now we are broadcasting from 4 different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, TikTok. If you're not following our cross platforms, go ahead and cross like, go ahead and cross share, go ahead and cross subscribe if you need to subscribe. But definitely go to our YouTube, hit that bell to be notified, and subscribe so you can see this video again. It's going to be playing on a regular basis. As much as you tap in on it, it's going to pop up. And the more you like it, and the more you comment, the more we're going to get traction on it, and the more that platform is going to push it out. So this is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And today we're going to be talking about bling, baby. Bling. All right. So later on, I'm going to have D come in and I'm going to let her show you one of the bling shirts that I did for her. And it came out great, right? The great thing about these bling transfers, and they are rhinestone transfers, you either going to like them, you're going to love them, or you just going to hate them, okay? Because everybody don't like rhinestones. As a matter of fact, I got my rhinestone on right now, and you're probably saying, hey, well, guys don't wear rhinestones. Well, I'm a guy, okay? You wear what you want to wear. These rhinestones are going to go great on shirts like this. They're going to go great for a casual look. They're going to go great on hoodies. They're going to go great on jackets. They're going to go great on blazers. Guys, I'm telling you. And as you go into the fall and into the wintertime, you're going to see more and more rhinestones because people are going to be wearing them on their jackets. They're going to be wearing them on vests and all types of stuff. All right. So I love this. I love this. This is hot. I love it. Right. So rhinestones are a great way to get attention, to bring your product out. And I know we attract a lot of people who are new to our platform, a lot of crafters, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we're gonna separate some of the conversation. Everybody can stay and listen. We're gonna separate some of the conversation. We also attract a lot of people who don't even do anything. They're just customers. There's nothing wrong with that. And then we'll attract some business owners. So we're going to separate the conversation. We're going to break it down. We're going to ask some questions. And I want you guys to get involved, okay? So we got Big Boy. What's going on? Big Boy said, I love the bling. He's on YouTube. Tamara, hey, I hope I got it right. You said it was the first time, the last time. I hate messing people's names up. So for all intents and purposes, until I know I got it right, I'm gonna call you Miss T. All right. So how you doing? Big Boy says, I love the attention I get. They be hating, we be shining. All right. Then you got Sheila out of Covington, Georgia. Tracy. Is that Trisha? I'm sorry. Hold up. Tarika. My bad. I went to public school, y'all. And then Big Boy said 50 Cent was just wearing some of the. So you know what? That's a shame because it takes us to see famous people, popular people wear something before we put it on, right? It's what you feel like you can do. But I'm gonna okay, I'll make sure I get it right though. But what I'm gonna do is this, right? I want to propose something to you. If it's your first time on this platform, I want you to type a number 1 in the comments. We're gonna start with identifying people right now because everybody ain't gonna play the game. Everybody's not gonna drop their city and state, and that's cool. Type a number 1 if it's your first time. I got a number 1 over here on TikTok. All right. Anybody else? Jessica, Grand Rising, Sheila, first time. Thanks for jumping on. So all you number 1s, we got another number 1 over here. Glenda. No, I'm sorry, Glenn. I'm sorry. Yeah, another number 1. Don't worry about it, y'all. I'm nearsighted and farsighted at the same time. If I mess it up, I apologize. So now, this is what I want y'all to understand. If you are new to our platform, we are not a teaching platform. So I don't want you guys to get your expectations up, and I don't want you to have any unrealistic expectations. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. What you will see is us showing you how to best use our products. And if you learn something in the process, high five, fist bump, all day long, right? And a part of tomorrow. But I don't want you to start thinking that, hey, you're coming to our platform just to learn some stuff. All right, because that's not this type. It's not the type of platform. It's not a teachable platform. But we will show you the best practices on how to use our products and how to take advantage of our services. Today is Rhinestone Monday. We ain't had a Rhinestone Monday in a long time because we've been doing some other things. We've been a little bit busy, but we're back on this thing. Okay, so it's a Rhinestone Monday, just another Rhinestone Monday. So I got a couple of rhinestone transfers. You see the one that I have on right now. I'm going to say that this one, I picked this one out for the fellas. I love it. I don't know if you guys can see it. The eye of the tiger's got blue eyes. The eye of the tiger got blue eyes. So if you sell t-shirts, if you make apparel and sell them, you got to start thinking outside of the box. I remember when my wife and I first started our retail company, and she was in charge of the ordering. I put my little 1 or 2 pennies into it, you know what I'm saying? But she was in charge of the ordering. Now, we would have these conversations because sometimes she'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get this because I like it. And sometimes I said, well, I like this one. But it didn't take us long before we realized that it didn't matter what we liked. It mattered what was trending, what was faddish at that time, what people wanted, what was popular. So if you're selling apparel, if you're making apparel, if you're selling t-shirts, I want you to take a look at the market. See what's happening. And you never know. You may be able to create a trend. These rhinestone transfers, I love them. I did one for a guy that coaches basketball. I think he coaches ALU. And he got it on a camouflage jacket. And we were able to put it right here on the side. We're going to do something like that today. All right, we're going to do something like that today. But we put it right there on the side. And when I say it was tight, right? It was nice. But he didn't have a problem with it. And it's about what statement you're trying to make. Baton Rouge, okay. West Baton Rouge. That's you over in Port Allen? Where you at? Because we're from Baton Rouge. I'm actually from Scotlandville. So come on in. If you haven't done so, guys, drop that city and state, double tap the screen, like the video, share the video. We're going to do a couple of rhinestone presses today. If you go to our website, which is www.theblankspot.com. Once again, www.theblankspot.com. You can go and check out our rhinestone transfers. We have several different rhinestone transfers. We got birthday transfers. We got D9 transfers. We got inspirational transfers. And yes, fellas, we got a couple of transfers for you as well, to include one of the ones I'm going to show you today. But we got transfers on here. Now, excuse me, there's going to be some people that's going to say, hey, and it always happens. Do you guys make custom transfers? Short answer is no, we don't specialize in customized transfers. Can we get you some? Yes. And if that's something that you want to do, make sure you email us at info@theblankspot.com. info@theblankspot.com with that request. Okay. With that request. Brutally. Okay. That's what's up. So now there's a couple of things that you're going to need to be successful when you're pressing our rhinestone transfers. I'm not going to say any, but I'm talking about ours right now. And if you want to know about what you need to be successful to press our rhinestone transfers, the first thing you need is this website. You got to go to the website and you got to make a purchase. Once you make that purchase, we pack your rhinestone transfers up into a nice little package, and you're going to get some instructions. Is that on there? It sure is. You're going to get some instructions. It says rhinestone transfers. Rhinestone transfers. I know it's backwards. Rhinestone transfers. Do not throw this card away, especially if you're new, Houston. If you're new, Greenville, do not throw this away, Durham, North Carolina. If you're from Missouri, do not throw this card away. You may be new to crafting. You may be new to pressing. You may be new to our products. Please don't take what you know from someone else's products that you've been shopping with and try to apply it to somebody else because it may not work well. We may not have the same vendors. Just because it looks the same, that does not mean it's going to work the same. So be mindful, okay? This is the time to be very, very intelligent. This ain't the time to be smart. So don't throw this card away. You're gonna need that. So once you order from the website, we're gonna pack everything up, put that little card in there. You're gonna be ready to go, okay? The next thing is you're gonna need some fabric to put it on. You're gonna need some fabric to put it on. Whether you decide to put it on a t-shirt, whether you want to put it on a hoodie or crew neck, whether you want to put it on for the ladies, if you want to put it on like a razor back, a sleeveless something, doesn't matter. You're gonna need something to put it on. Maybe it's a jacket, maybe it's something heavy, maybe it's something denim. You're gonna have to have something to put it on. So identify that. Next, when you do that, you gotta read the instructions on the card because it's coming in. It's coming in at 356 degrees. 356 degrees. So I recommend that you have a heat press that locks down, whether it's a swing away, pull out, or whether it's a regular clamp down heat press. That's what I recommend you have. Now, if you want to try to do this with an easy press, that's on you. All right. I don't want any part of that. Because I don't want you coming back saying, hey, I was watching this animated guy on social media and he told me all I needed was a heat press. You a lie. I ain't tell you that. I said you need something to clamp down. All right. So you got to have controlled pressure because those rhinestones need to have consistent pressure. If you try to do it with an easy press, you could be successful. You could not. Okay. It's your choice. But if you just want to, try it out, try it out. Someone says, what's good quality t-shirt? I'm going to ask you to do your homework. I'm going to ask you to go to one of the most popular search engines out there, Google, and type in the same question that you asked. Because they say the third question is really the question that you really want to know. You probably want to know which t-shirts we wear, which t-shirts we actually sell, the ones we use. All right. But every t-shirt is going to be different based off of your likes and your desires and your customers. There are some high-end quality t-shirts that you may not want to pay for. Okay. You may not want to pay for it. What have you used? I don't like using certain t-shirts. And for certain projects, I don't want to use certain transfers. So you got to think about things like that. I just put a rhinestone transfer on a polyester fabric shirt. It was not fun. I'm telling you, it wasn't fun, but it will work. So I just want you to think about what you have tried and then look at the quality, because 9 times out of 10, your transfer may outlast your t-shirt if you have inexpensive or low quality t-shirts. Great question though. So 356 degrees on our heat press, and then we're going to press this. What does it say right here? Press it for 15 to 20 seconds. I do 25. Instructions are going to say 15 to 20 seconds. Always do the higher time, and you want to have it at medium pressure. You're probably going to say, well, Eric, what's medium pressure? I don't know, man. I can't tell you. You're going to have to feel it. I'm going to tell you one thing, though. Don't stick your hand under there while it's hot talking about this feels like it's medium. Don't do that. That's not a good move, all right? But you're going to be able to feel, as you get better at what you're doing, you're going to be able to feel the difference between very light pressure and medium pressure. Firm pressure or heavy pressure is not hard. That's not hard to figure out. But medium pressure, it can be a little tricky, okay? So you don't want it to be too heavy to lock down on it. You want to be right in between, okay? Now, 356, 15 to 20 seconds. Let's just say 20 seconds. I like 25, but for all intents and purposes and this demonstration, we're going to do 20 seconds, okay? Next, you got to have some apparel, okay? I like bright colors. I know I have on a black shirt, and the black shirt is because this design, in my opinion, it pops a lot better with a black, but I like bright colors, especially because of the spring and summer times that we come through, man. I'm in the South, and it is scorching. Being from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I know what heat and humidity is, and I know what it does to you. And you could be standing outside in a dark color, shirt or outfit, man, and you ain't gonna make it. So I always encourage people to think outside the box. Black is not the only color fabric that's out there. Think outside the box, because if you start thinking outside of the box, your customers will as well. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, and this is a swing away, this is a 16 by 24-inch heat press. Please don't ask me where I got the heat press from, because we ain't gonna talk about that. However, it's a 16 by 24-inch heat press. Everybody's not gonna have this size heat press. Most people are gonna have a 15 by 15. Some people might have a 12 by 9. All right. Whatever the case, make sure it locks down. Now, before I actually put the transfer on here, and I hope everybody can see, type a number 2 in the comments if you can see. If you cannot see, type a number 3. I know the way the angle is, I got my swing away this way, but I got it like that for a reason. Because we're not teaching, we just demonstrate. All right. Can y'all see? All right. Now, I always put my t-shirt upside down. Either way you decide to do it, you want to make sure that the collar is hanging off of the heat press so you can have an even press. Anytime you hit a seam on your heat press, it's a possibility that your transfer is not going to adhere to your fabric evenly. I hope I broke that down enough to where people can understand. I hope that makes a lot of sense to y'all. I hope that makes a lot of sense to y'all. So I have it hanging over. You may not want to do it upside down. My wife don't like doing it upside down. She liked having it straight up. I got tired of burning myself. I got so many marks on my hand from when we didn't have a pullout. And I was sticking my hand under there, and I was just, and I got tired of that, right? So now I switched it up. Now once you're there, I've already checked my pressure, because I already pressed the rhinestone shirt. But once you're there, you're gonna pre-press your shirt. You're pre-pressing your shirt. Why? Can anybody tell me why we pre-pressing the shirt? Creates air pocket, absolutely. Why we pre-pressing the shirt? That's about 3 to 5 seconds. Can anybody tell me why we pre-pressing the shirt? Remove the moisture. Remove moisture. Takes out the moisture. Have you seen how much moisture is in these shirts? It doesn't matter if you just got the shirts from your vendor, from your supplier, and you store it, and these shirts are going to hold moisture. This is a 100% cotton shirt, so it's going to hold moisture. If you do not remove the moisture, whatever transfer you put on there, it may not adhere properly. Have you ever heard of somebody saying that, hey, my rhinestones fell off after I washed them? Type a number 4 in the comments if anybody has said that or you heard that. I washed my shirt and my rhinestones fell off. Anybody? Ooh, if your rhinestones falling off, it's a possibility, man, that you ain't have enough pressure on there, but also it's a possibility that your t-shirt was moist. Okay? It had too much moisture in it. So now, if y'all are with me, because I wish y'all was here, man. I'm really excited today. We had a great weekend, man. We were in Charleston, South Carolina at the Charleston Jerk Fest. And we had some fun out there. It was hot. I ain't gonna lie, it was hot. But we had fun though, man. Had our son out there with us, man. And you guys go to our Facebook. We dropped a picture. We made some basketball jerseys with our logo and our business on it, man. So go ahead to Facebook, check that picture out. It's pretty cool, man. But had fun, man. So I'm still kind of riding the wave from this weekend. Super excited about what's going on in our business and all these beautiful people that we meet. So this is a rhinestone transfer. This is a rhinestone transfer. Okay. On the top is the transfer sheet. So that shiny piece right there, that's going to stay on. On the back is a paper-like backing, okay? There's a use for this, and I'm going to share it with you. There's a use for this, all right? I was in your neck of the woods. All right, that's what's up. Long time no see. Where you been? We've been on Facebook and YouTube, so come check us out. If you guys are just jumping on and you have not dropped your city and state, please drop your city and state. We love to know where you're tuning in from. This is the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina, in a little bitty town called Casey. All right, just across the tracks from downtown. Now, this butterfly, because my mama says she like butterflies, and she's on Instagram. So I don't know if she can see that or not. Can you see that, mama? But I don't know if my mom does bling or not. So she loves butterflies. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance, and I'm going to make her a butterfly bling shirt as well. Marilyn, thank you. I appreciate it. But she saw our other butterflies that we had. Anyway, so we're going to peel this off. You got to handle this. You got to handle this rhinestone transfer with kids' gloves. If you're heavy-handed, if you just if you just rough around the edges, you don't need to be doing rhinestones, I'm telling you, man, because this is not something to play with. Those rhinestones start moving around. Now you're trying to get it together. You pulling your hair out of your head. You messing with your eyelashes. You all that stuff, man. You upset because you done messed up your transfer. So you got to make sure that you handle with kids' gloves. So when I peel this, I'm going to be on a flat surface. I'm not going to touch it with my hand, not directly with the rhinestone. Sometimes the rhinestones come up upside down, all that good stuff, man. Get you some tools. Get you some rhinestone tools. Get you some stuff to put them back in place. I'm country. I'll find anything. I'll find a screwdriver. I'll find some tweezers. You know what I'm saying? I'll find an ink pen. The head of an ink pen works real well. All right? But anyway, let's go. Y'all ready? Let's go. Now, starting this thing to peel may be a little problem. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm going to turn it just a tad bit. If you've never done rhinestone transfers before, type a number 6 in the comments if you have never pressed a rhinestone transfer before. Where my number 6 is at. Hey, I never did it before. Well, we about to do it together right now. Once you get this to peeling, take your time. What you in a hurry for? You supposed to be at work anyway. You watch it. Do not be in a hurry, all right, guys? Because you will be disappointed. This is the paper backing that comes on the back. Got a couple of number 6s. Y'all never did it before? All right. I got you. Hey, Aretha, what's going on? I got you. So, this is the paper backing. All right? For everybody who's never done the rhinestone transfers before, that plastic piece, which has adhesive, that's where the stones are. That stays on. Okay? So now, the next thing is I got it upside down. So I'm going to take it and I always try to find a space that you can handle it. Okay? I always have my rhinestone transfer like this. That's how I do it. You do it how you want to do it. All right? I'm not using a t-shirt measuring tool, placement tool. I'm using my eyesight. Since I'm nearsighted, I don't need my glasses. Once this thing hits the fabric, I repeat, do not shift it. Once it hits the fabric, don't shift it. Don't slide it. You have to pick it up and move it. You have to pick it up and adjust it. If you do not, your rhinestones will move. It got quiet for a minute. I'll concentrate, y'all. Ooh-wee. Now, to all you newbies out there, 3 to 4 fingers from the neckline. 3 to 4 fingers from the neckline. You want the butterfly and the tiger? Well, come on down. They're under the rhinestone collection. They're under the rhinestone collection. I'm gonna show you a trick, Aretha. I'm gonna show you a trick. Because there's 2 ways you can do it. I'm gonna show you a trick. You need to be careful. Hey, Latrice, what's going on? All right, so I think I got this thing where I want it. And if it ain't where I want it, it's a little crooked. I'm a little anal retentive, y'all. If I'm doing somebody's shirt, if I'm doing somebody's apparel, I'm really anal retentive. All right, so I got it 3 to 4 fingers underneath the neckline, right at 3. I got it centered. I got it centered as much as it can be centered with my eyesight. And that's why you want to get good at what you're doing. And the only way you're going to get good at what you're doing is if you do it better and better. Because I'm going to tell you something. With certain transfers, you don't have time. You don't have time to tape it down and then transfer it over to the heat press. Sometimes you got to do the work right there by the heat press. So it may be beneficial to have a table or a stand next to your press, okay? That's just saying, okay? So some of this stuff you're gonna get, it's gonna tick you off. It's gonna tick you off. But when you get them rhinestones on there, man, you'll be blinging like I'm blinging right now. All right, so I got it in here. I got it set for 356. And I'm gonna do it for 20 seconds at medium pressure. What's medium pressure? You got to figure that out. You're going to have to figure it out. All right. Some of the stuff I'm talking about, some of these things, some of the terminologies and the verbiage that I'm using, you're going to have to try it on your own. Sidebar, side note. You know what my biggest pet peeve is, y'all? My biggest pet peeve is when we're operating. My biggest pet peeve is when we're operating and we're doing something and we're talking about information, or we do a video and somebody comes on that says that they're a business owner and they ask a question like they're a crafter, and I answer them like they're a crafter, and somebody else comes in and they call themselves answering the question because I didn't answer like they thought I should have answered it. That's my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is you think you're helping, but you're really not. A lot of information that we're sharing with people, we're hindering them. Okay, we're hindering them. So anyway, Aretha said she don't like peeling when it's still hot. You can let this cool. As a matter of fact, the instructions say let it cool down. However, I've noticed that when I have it warm, they will come up. Some of them sometimes it will come up. But you get you a card, something solid, and as they come up, you press them back down. Or you use your fingertip and press them back down. Now, this ain't a rip. This ain't a hot peel. If you want it to be cold, just remember that means that the glue has dried. The glue has dried, okay? That means it's cold, it has dried. But I've had some experiences peeling them all on a warm and a hot peel. I've learned to let it sit for a little while, but I've also learned to be a little patient. You know what I'm saying? And if I see a rhinestone happen to hop up, like I see one right now, actually it's backwards, it's upside down. So it didn't hop up. If I see a rhinestone happen to hop up, I'll just take my fingertip and I'll just scratch across it, put the plastic back over, the sheet back over it, and put it right back in place. But this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. You're not in a hurry to take this off, okay? You're not in a hurry. I got one rhinestone that I'm going to put on there that was upside down. It just happens sometimes, okay? I don't know where it was, but with this butterfly design, it's so tight, you ain't going to even know. And then you're going to need some Teflon. You're going to need some Teflon, y'all. You need Teflon because it's going to be a second press. It's going to be a second press. Yes, Jessica, you have to know your machine. It's going to be a second press. I'm not going to adjust the temperature. I'm not going to adjust the time. I'm going to press this sucker again. Why? I want to make sure they're on there. You buying stuff from people, or you bought stuff from people, and you don't know how they're making the stuff. And that's cool. You maybe not supposed to know how they're making it. But do you know if they're doing it with quality? And do you know if you understand the instructions that they should be using? A lot of people are doing this stuff so fast and pushing products out so fast, they're giving you subpar stuff. You got to know what you know. And sometimes you have to learn what you don't. Man. So my wife came out of the office just now. I'm gonna see if she can come slide over here. You can see the shirt that I put hers on. But check that out. Bling-ish. So here she comes.
Hey everybody. How y'all doing? Happy Rhinestone Monday.
It's popping on that black.
Hope y'all doing well out there today. So this is my shirt that Eric did for me today.
It's just a shirt you picked up from.
Yeah,
you picked your shirt off the rack. Yeah,
off the rack.
But that's a polyester shirt.
This one is polyester.
I didn't like doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't like that.
So the fabric matters. You know, it still works, but you have to have a little patience. So yeah, thank you. Y'all say y'all love it. Thank you. So yeah, I like it on the black. So guys, make sure y'all want these Rhinestone Transfers. Go to the website. You're gonna scroll down till you see Rhinestone Transfers. We have several different types, several different genres. We have faith-based. We have D9. We have some things for men, like the one that Eric has on. That one is really nice with the blue eyes. That one's nice. So make sure y'all go on there and check it out and get y'all Rhinestone Transfers. Check it out, y'all.
It's all about the combination. The black is popping. It's also about what color rhinestones you're using. If you're using color rhinestones, of course, a black background or a darker background is going to look nicer.
Right.
However, we've done this color shirt with red rhinestones as well.
Yep.
So, it's all in what you like.
We've had several customers that wanted, it's one, I think it says, it has the plug, and then it has a pink plug, also, a blue plug,
and a red.
And the red plug. And then we have one that says grateful, but that part of it is red. And they wanted it on the pink shirt. It came out really nice. Really nice. So make sure you guys go check us out, theblankspot.com. Scroll down till you see Rhinestone Transfers.
All right, man. So we got another one to do. Y'all just jumping on, man. Y'all just jumping on. Oh, my bad. Come on back.
What?
Come on back.
Come back?
Yeah, come on back.
Why am I coming back?
They like your shirt.
Do y'all like my shirt?
Come back though. Silly.
Oh, this the video. No, you supposed to go in front. You supposed to say,
all right, listen.
My wife.
All right, listen. My wife's gonna come on here right now, and she gonna show you this shirt. Now she gonna ask you, do you like it? You better say yeah, okay? You better say yeah.
Hey y'all, so this is my shirt.
Back up some, baby. So
this is my rhinestone shirt. This is the butterfly. Put it on black today. Yep. This the butterfly, y'all.
You better like it.
Y'all like it?
All right, man. Go on here. All right, so yeah, y'all, we like to have fun too, man. So we did a little video the other day. We're gonna start doing some couples content about our business as well to try to get people involved and get you excited. But anyway. So if you did not see me press that rhinestone transfer on that pink shirt, I'm gonna do another one. And this is gonna be for the guys. So where my fellas at? I need y'all to raise your hand. If there are any men that's on here watching right now, I need you to raise your hand. I need some help, some support, y'all. We about to bring this. We about to bring this thing around the corner. We're bringing it home. There we go. Any other men out there? Any other men? All right. Let's go. So this is a black shirt. It ain't a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Primary colors, unless you're colorblind, it ain't a surprise. So now we're gonna put this next rhinestone transfer on this black shirt. Now I like black, but I like to wear other things than black. And this particular rhinestone transfer will go on other colors. However, it's got that look, man. It's gonna make you wow. So 356 degrees, 20 seconds. We're gonna pre-press this. Medium pressure. We're gonna pre-press this. 3 to 5 seconds to get the moisture out. For everybody who's never done it before, I just want to show you just how easy it is to use our products. just how easy it is. And it does come with pressing instructions, or as I like to say, recommendations, because, you know, some people just smart and they just want to do what they want to do. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation for another time. This particular transfer is for all my kings out there. It's for all my kings out there. Where y'all at? All right. Same thing. We're going to remove the backing from the rhinestone transfer. And once we remove the backing, just so you know, if you don't have a Teflon sheet, you can reuse this to press down on top of the rhinestones. If you don't have a Teflon sheet, that's what I want to tell y'all. So that can be used for that as well. Make sure you're careful when you're handling this, because you don't want the rhinestones to touch each other. If you're heavy-handed or you rough, then you got to learn how to, you know, be a little more gentle. If you heavy-handed or if you rough, got to be a little bit more gentle. But you know what? I'm not gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put it somewhere else. I like doing different stuff, man. I'm gonna place this somewhere else on the t-shirt. I said I was gonna do it on the side, but I'm actually, you know what? Why the heck not? So I'm gonna take this t-shirt and I'm gonna place this transfer on the left side. And y'all probably say, why is he doing that? Because I want to. Because I like thinking outside of the box. I don't like anybody to put me in a box and say, hey, it has to be like that. So we're gonna do this on the side. So it's gonna be up to you to make sure the sides are even. It's gonna be up to you to make sure the sides are even, to make sure you place it, okay? Now let's get it right now. This rhinestone transfer for the gentleman, it can also be used as a large pocket, breast pocket design. Okay? You put it wherever you want to put it. You can put it on your hoodie. If you got a hood, you can put it on the hood part. Traditional placements are cool, but I like to be different. Not difficult, but different. Now, I want y'all to be mindful of this. Remember, if you have a long sleeve shirt on or a hoodie, you want to compensate for the sleeve coming down and your arm also being right here. The next thing is, if you have a seam right here, if there's a seam right here, you're going to want to make sure you take some type of foam, place inside that fabric to get some leverage to push that up. Because if not, what's going to happen is it may not stick all the way. And last but not least, you do the measurements yourself, okay? I probably went about 6 inches from the underarm, and doesn't matter where it lands on the bottom, but depending on the size of the shirt. This is a large shirt. I'm pressing, man, and I'm excited. Let's get it. How many of you would try placing it like that? I'm talking about thinking outside of the box. See, if you're selling apparel, you want to do something that's going to grab people's attention. Me too. If you're selling apparel, you want to make sure you grab people's attention. Everybody can put it right here. Anybody can put it on the back. Show me something that you ain't done before. Show me something a little bit new, a little bit unique. So I'm gonna let this set for a little while. Like Aretha said, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like the rhinestones popping up. So we're gonna let it set for a little while. The instructions tell you to peel it cool. You can peel it cool, your choice. You're gonna get good, but I'm gonna tell you, as the rhinestones, if they start to come up, once again, just roll that plastic or that cover sheet back down and just kind of press over it with a card or with your fingertip, you know, and it'll stay down. All right. I'm holding the t-shirt down though, and I'm slowly pulling this up from the tip. I'm not going fast. If I see rhinestones popping up, I'm gonna stop and place them back down. I get quiet when I'm concentrating. And these are quality rhinestone transfers too, man. So this time, I'm going to use this, the backing. I'm going to use the backing. I'm using the smooth part of the backing. There's some ridges, but I'm using the smooth part of the backing. I'm going to cover this. If you don't have Teflon, you can use that. Remember, we did medium pressure. So I'm just pressing it for the second time to make sure it's in there. Should have said I would. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I got quiet because I had to block somebody, y'all. There's always somebody, man, coming on acting all silly. Somebody always coming on acting silly to me. Anyway. Ooh, that was unexpected. So now we do not use that paper. You do not use that paper, okay? You don't use it. Because, and I just realized, I put it on the wrong side, but I just realized I just messed up the entire shirt. So you don't use that paper, guys. I think it was the other side. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and do another one so we can show y'all how it works. Sorry about that. So do not use that paper. It looked like it looks like a screen print transfer that stayed on too long. Sometimes you mess up. I've done it before, but I think I used the other side. It actually looked kind of fly. Just an outline. All right, we got to do another shirt. Give me 1 second. And I got to clean my heat press. Because there's plastic on there. And that don't look too hot. Oops. All right. So, y'all are learning something. You just learn what not to do. You just learn what not to do. So you definitely want to use Teflon. Good thing is I ain't embarrassed. If I mess up, then you don't have to. That's what I want right there. All right. I'm going to have to get that off of there. Meanwhile, what I'm going to do so I can make the other shirt, what I'm going to do is I can deal with that later on. And also, I'm not going to edit the video so you guys can be able to see where I did mess up. All right? Give me 1 second, 2 seconds, or 10. Oh, man, that shirt was tight too, man. It was tight. All right, we're back on the grind, right? Pre-pressing. Don't worry about the underneath because I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna use butcher paper so I don't mess up the shirt because it's stuck. I'm gonna have to wait till later on to clean it off. All right. So like I said, man, I mess up so you don't have to. Still pre-pressing. Bet I got y'all attention, didn't I? Grand Rising Snoop. Yeah, I bet I got y'all attention, didn't I? Oh yeah. Going over to the website, man. Yeah, that's it right there. That helped take a lot of it off too. Going over to the website, theblankspot.com. Check us out. Get your rhinestone transfers. You need Teflon. If you don't have Teflon, use butcher paper or parchment paper for the second press. We are still gonna put it on the side. Don't ask me why I pre-pressed it right there. I'm still going on the side, y'all. And we're wrapping this thing up. If you're just jumping on, this is the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. If you haven't done so, drop that city and that state to let us know where you're tuning in from. We are talking about Rhinestone Transfers, y'all. I just made a oopsie. It's okay, it happens. But like I said, we mess up so you don't have to. You take that backing sheet. When you separate the rhinestone transfer, you take that backing sheet and you throw that sucker as far away as you can, away from the heat press. Same thing. Still coming off. All right. So now we're gonna do this again. Almost like the first time, or from the first time. The positioning is going to be up to you. Okay? Glad y'all still hanging in there with me. All right. 356 for 20 seconds. Medium pressure. Yep, that's how we learn. That's how we learn. I definitely learned something just now. South Carolina. All right. Bremerton, Washington. Yeah, man. I blessed. I got y'all attention though, didn't I? Y'all was lying there with y'all thumb in y'all mouth and stuff, not saying anything. Can you press that twice? Yes, you want to press it twice. I'm gonna press it again. I'm definitely gonna press it again. I am definitely gonna press it twice. If you see me using butcher paper, that's because I got something on my heat press. That's because it's sticky. But the second time you press it, remember you got that carrier sheet on top. You don't want to press it twice with the carrier sheet. You want to press it once with the carrier sheet, if that's what you were asking. And then you want to press it again with Teflon. If you don't have Teflon, use butcher paper. And it's good to have some tweezers handy too, y'all. Have you some tweezers handy, just in case you have to replace or do some placement. I'm just trying to get done right now. All right, here comes my second press to make sure that it's in place. Here's my second press. Rhinestone transfers, guys. Great way to catch attention. It's a great way to get some attention. If you got a business and you want to do your own logos, if you have a business that you want to advertise, we'll wear these because we sell them. Somebody say, hey, where'd you get that from? Here we go. That's it. Right? So, yeah, throw that sucker far away, man. All right. So, this is it. Some of y'all gonna be talking about this for a long time. Remember, I was watching the Blank Spot, and that guy used that paper to do a second press? That's what y'all gonna say. I want y'all to see it head on first. I want y'all to see it head on first. Okay? I want you to see it face front first. And then I'm gonna turn it to the side. It's actually on the side, y'all. It's actually on the side of the shirt. All my mannequins are packed away, but it's actually on the side. So it's sitting on the hip, okay? It's sitting on the hip, but I want you to see how the transfer came out. What's going on, Stevie? Okay, guys? So that's my time. That's my time. I appreciate y'all staying for the entertainment. Hopefully you got some value and did happen to learn something, okay? This is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. I put the shirt on, man. It's gonna be too tight. Let me go ahead and put it on, man. It's gonna be tight. I should have did a extra large. But just so y'all can see. Don't be laughing at my rolls. So y'all can see. Y'all see that? All right. So, once again, like I said, this is the Blank Spot. We are a t-shirt, sublimation blanks t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Go ahead and go to the website, which is theblankspot.com. Get you some of them old rhinestone. Thank you for the gift. Get you some of them old Rhinestone Transfers. Get you some Rhinestone Transfers and check it out. So, I got to go because we got some things to get ready for. We got another event this weekend in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all weekend. All right. We'll give you more details if you're close to the area. If you are, come check us out. But we're gonna be out there doing our thing. So, like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see everybody at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.